I don't want to go too deep into the theory of signal processing and time series filtering, low pass filtering, and high pass filtering, constructing filters, and so on. That gets into quite a rabbit hole, which is, super interesting. I really enjoy signal processing. I have other courses and books about signal processing, but here I want to keep the focus on applications of the dot product and the versatility of the dot product. So what I would like to do in this exercise is really simple. It's just replace the 1 with a -1. So in this kernel, you can see now this is the normalized kernel, so it has a value of around zero point 0.3. But in the original kernel, it was -1 at the peak, and all you have to do is repeat that with or replace that +1 with a -1. And that is going to turn this filter around. And instead of smoothing out the signal and ignoring the high frequency fluctuations, it's going to do the opposite. It's going to get rid of the low frequency activity and instead focus the signal, so sharpen the signal and focus on the high frequency, the rapid changes in the signal. Again, the reason for that has to do with some ideas of signal processing, but basically the idea is that the average of this kernel is going to be 0. And when the average is 0, instead of being 1, then all of the slow fluctuations in the signal are going to be averaged out. Okay, let's switch to code and see what this demo looks like. So here is the new kernel. You can see it's exactly the same, except for this -1 over here. So previously it was +1, now it's -1. It's one other small change is just a mean center to make sure it has a average value of 0. And yeah, then you can see this code is the same. Again, the idea is that the dot product is so versatile. It is so foundational that it appears everywhere, all over the place in applied mathematics. Okay, and then here we see the result quite a bit different. It's quite striking. We have the same linear algebra operation, but it can be used in very different ways, and we get very different outcomes.